Welcome back to Sunless Sea. Now we will be making another southern loop this time. I think southern loop. I just want to hit up the Fathom King, quite honestly. And we can attempt Khan again. Although I might not have taken a person with me. So that yells the basic plan. Get to Fathom King's Hold and then we'll... Do we do a short one? Do we do a long sweep? We shall see. But the general goal is just to continue to make more money to get the next best ship, which will allow us to complete some more tasks that we weren't able to earlier. A lot of stuff to do with holding a lot of stuff in the cargo hold, etc. As well as just the extra hull strength. Let us fight some of the really tough ones. I mean, like was it Mount Nomad? I was doing about 50 a shot. I mean, we would die pretty quickly with this, but we might stand a chance, even without the big upgrade. Big upgrade being the Dreadnought ship, which seems good. But it's really just health, you know? I mean, we can probably do iron upgrades to get some just better RNG as we move on. I mean, we're trying to upgrade all this other stuff at the time. Mirrors almost at 50. And I think I'll head back to Vales after that. Straight to the canal. That makes sense, because I kind of do this on my way back a lot. Crab, I mean, yeah, a little off. At least this is temporarily not booked. Port. Surface. 22 fuel. Yeah, we would be better off with the next ship, then we could actually hold that kind of fuel and do useful stuff. Visions of the surface. It's not the time to do any of that other stuff. And we have so much fuel that Iron Republic doesn't make all that much sense. We can't really get port very, at least without screwing ourselves over. Oh, and I purchased a flare so that if I can get to Nuncio, I can attempt to go down the stairs there. Z-Story. Yeah, Gator's Morn feels more important. I think my delivery might be Gator's Morn, or it might be Coral. It's Coral, I think, because it's the dude. As the chick gets out at Gator's Morn. But who doesn't like a port report? Maybe a fight with an eel, or yeah, an eel. They don't have the sharks around here. Looks like scot-free for now. I really just want to do all pirate poet fights. That is just like the most profitable thing I can do. Okay, Vales. And Vales is that one. I mean, I've got 2 more to go before I get back to Vales, but... I will try. I've succeeded in getting a port report. Bathhouse. Listen from the shadows, yes. Explore the morn. Get into a fight potentially. Oh, this one again. I haven't failed the jellyfish. I'm curious to see what the penalty is for not succeeding. Way too expensive. Unstamped crate. I don't know where to find the unstamped crates. Then red honey for $6.25 if I'm able to buy it. Which I haven't progressed that far in the story yet. In fact, did I have a mission from there? Am I supposed to be doing something for them? Because I brought them the sailor. Find 7 hunting trophies. He wants you to catch that in Port Carnelian. Yeah, none of that is related. And I'm a little worried that the Admiralty is not granting me favors anymore. I don't know why. It seems like it just stopped happening. I haven't done anything that I understand to be bad. It used to be you'd get an Admiralty favor every time you turned in some sort of quest, but now it's like every 10 quests or 10 port reports. Yeah, I'm kind of like, don't give a damn unless he's gonna disappear, yeah. Not even giving me a chance. So if I remember right, I don't think it even increased any suspicion. Good, not bugged. Oh. Board them! Scuttle, supplies and fuel. And spider silk. Oh, I didn't remember what the price of the spider silk was. Oh. Ooh. Oh, he was thinking about it. But that was a 300. I've never seen like a powerful one of those. I wonder if they're supposed to like help you if you get into a fight, or if they'll just start engaging ones that they consider enemies. I have the candles, but I'm not using them here. And supplies. I think beach combing, because we got lots of supplies. Something glinting, fragments. I'll take it. All right, we got something down here. There's another one of these. Just giving me free goodies. Grand Geode. That loop, I like it. I do enjoy the Grand Geode. Just looks cool. It's actually not the best, because they just kind of have that really basic kind of gain some sanity stuff, which I'm up for sanity gains. I think occasionally you do lose a crewman. It's sucked in by the power of the Grand Geode and the Dawn Machine. Though technically this is supposed to be part of Fallen London, but it seems like it's its own faction. It's a little confusing. Yeah, so we've... Oh, wait, we've gained terror. Woo. But we got an extraordinary implication and lost a crewman. Okay, that's actually probably worth it. That's worth at least 100. Yes, let's head down to the port. And can I avoid all of this by going to the coast? We shall see. Oh, it looks like it. At least some of it. Oh, it cleared as I came. Not so much. Might get stuck in it. That smoke's different than the particulates, though. Like this. Oh, it slowed me. Ooh, sea monster in there. That's kind of safe, looks like, for once. Okay, there's nothing actually unexplored. Need to concern myself with. Oh, I got some fragments too. Pan for sapphires. I don't have any wounds. Diplomatic agent veils. I just don't have the veils. And I think there's nothing really useful I can do. I just have to hope that this gives me something I can do. Another tough I can... Or spend secrets. It's like 100 echoes. Like, my veils is just nowhere near what it needs to be. Let's do these. Yeah. Got our port report. To the Fathom King. Oh, can we actually go more direct if there's no baddies? Oh, I saw... Oh, they're right there. I'm gonna go skirt the vortex. Prophets. Yeah, they're not giving chase. This time. Oh, fuel is... Oh, he's gonna give me supplies. If I even have a Z story. Which I don't know that I do. So we could be in a spot of trouble. We'll have to go to... Uncio's pretty far. Adam's Way. None of them are in a great location. But I know I want to get here for some business. I would consider doing kind of a short trip, even maybe. Yeah, so a fight, we're definitely looking to get into a ship fight at this moment. Good, not bugged. Okay, do I have what it takes? I do. Let's get our port report. Oh, we can trade for drowning pearls. Oh, I had a spare. Oh, now I have the... Discuss your father's bones. Oh, here we go. The apple. That's what I thought I had. Do fruits get any more elemental than this? A satisfactory gift. The Fathom King's Chamberlain takes the apple from you and carries it to him on a salver of verdigrised bronze. The Fathom King accepts the gift and abruptly drops it into the throne pool. It is sucked into the churn of the king's underregions. Very good, the king says, laudingly. I will have you sent certain leaves from my library. You've gained pages and a secret. Ooh, very nice. What happened to your father's name? Who broke the rock? Strategies. It was the bishop. Yeah, you can review the Fathom's request in the curiosity section. Old habit. I enjoy being mysterious. Speak of other matters. Wait, what do I do next? I have more personal petition. You know something of my father? What remains of him? What happened? Who broke the rock? Of course, he says you can review the Fathom Kings. It was the bishop who sent you there. Perhaps broke it himself. Pay my price and I'll tell you. What's the price? That annoys me. Listen to an envoy. Ask for a boon. Well, we don't need supplies, we need fuel. So let's just listen to the envoy, see what happens. A hunter in sharkskin is haranguing the king. Unpardonable intrusion. Our ancient rights have been impunged. King, you may be, but not of the shell slayers. We will pay no more tribute. The king makes a chopping motion with his hand. A tide of crabs rushes from the shadows of the throne cyst. They're on the hunter before he can turn, but not before he can scream. The king watches in satisfaction as they swarm the hunter, snipping the flesh from his bones. Thorn-armored guards block the chamber door. When it's done, when his cries are long silenced and the scarred bones remain, the king motions you forward. Take something, he demands. Let our justice be remembered above. You may go. Tale of Terror and a hunting trophy. Interesting. Let's get out of here. And where do I go? I've been to Gator's Morn. I think we head straight to Nuncio. With our one fuel. Not great. Oh, wait. I'll take it. This could save things. Alright. This will get us at least one fuel. At the officer, 300 echoes, fuel and supplies. Yeah, there's no way. I could go Pigmote, Cecil. That I can restock. Then maybe I could do like a reloop. Yeah, so I'm thinking of heading straight for that. Might have to use a desperate measures. Definitely not in the exploring mood. That's good. Oh, looks like we're good. Yeah, fuel has just not been great this run. Purchase fuel for 20 echoes. No more than 0? Boom. How much do I need? That's the question. I will take the Z story. So maybe like... Well, actually, their prices are just fine, quite honestly. I'm not gonna, unless I'm gonna pick up fuel somewhere cheap out here. There's no port that I really trust that much up until Mount Palmerston. They're all 20. I think I can do 15 in the con. So I shouldn't try to get beyond there. Do I have what I need for Empire of Hands? I don't quite remember what that is. Oh, I could do Visage. Be nice. Oh, Varchus maybe? Do they have store? Maybe I just buy as much as I can fit. Well, maybe not that much, but quite a bit. But he's going to Coral, of course. Okay, so now we got 12. So that's quite a bit to get us somewhere. Yeah, Pigmote, I feel like I need stats to really do damage there. So, Nuncio, I believe it is. Well, I will take some extra fuel for the low, low price of free. Two fuel. And fabric. Oh, really? Oh, really? Very well, then. Hell, we can go through the fog if we have to. This is exploring time. Oh, if we can avoid in the north. Nah, it's just fluctuating. So we'll go down a little bit further. Get that fog of war taken care of. There's one island here. If it's discoverable, that would be nice. Doesn't seem so. That's not something I want to discover. Okay, so Nuncio Visage, feeling that. Yeah, I've been seeing those cruisers more often. Maybe something has changed. There's the old rat boat. Stuck in, or not stuck there, but about to get stuck. Like a fool. So now I think I have everything I need to descend to the basement with flame. 1 flare, 5 foxfire candles, and those are what they need to be. Spiral on spiral on spiral. The descent is long and slow. You count the turns at first, but the time comes when you can't see the square of light from the door above. You can't mark how far you've come around the spiral. You exhaust one candle after another. At the end, you come to a place where the ramp opens into a bowl-shaped floor. The cavern must be hundreds of feet wide. Here, you light your flare, but even that does not show the cavern walls. The floor is carpeted with, at first you think it is gravel, but no, it is broken shards of clay and stone, all scribbled over in words too old to read. At the center of this place is a needle of deep black rock, glossy as resin, glittering with ice, inscribed with 3 arcane sigils that hurt to look at. You feel a meaning in their presence, a prohibition or a commandment, that all things must come to their destined place, that what cannot be delivered immediately must be saved against a future date, that a message that goes unheard is a tragedy, that the signal must be carried no matter how far, no matter through what darkness, no matter whether the sender still lives, nor whether the recipient can even read the language of the writing. The inscription resolves itself and is known to you. No word lost. Searing enigma? Lost the foxfire candles, lost the flare, gained terror, and possibly I can do new stuff on the island. The climb out is slow and takes a long time. Could you possibly have come down this far? Surely not. Your breath grows ragged and your legs cramp. Ascend, sit down to rest. The rest of the spiral will still be there after you've got your breath. Visions, dreams, you relax against a shelf. It isn't comfortable at all, as the edge of a metal box is prodding you between the spine and the shoulder blade, and somewhere off to your right is a sound like hoarse breathing. It doesn't matter. In the dimness you see or remember or dream a silver tree growing in a courtyard. The reverie lasts only a few heartbeats before you're properly awake again. You relax against the shelf. It isn't comfortable at all. The edge of the metal box. Silver tree. So if I do this enough, will something happen? No, so we just ascend. There's no way out but up. The dead letter office is still here, its machine still working, its baskets still filling with missed invitations and misplaced wills. Shouldn't it have been blasted away, destroyed by the force of what lies beneath? Make a study of what goes on in the back room. Feed, offer employment, claim respectable. Tell the pulse rat what you saw below. Maybe he will be curious. You start to explain, but your language doesn't have the right words to express it. The weight of the delivery commandment, the sacred necessity for every word to reach its destination, and the countless individual miscarriages of meaning from one entity to another, which have occurred throughout history are still occurring, to the detriment of the whole universe. He holds up a paw, not going to understand it no matter how much you explain, he says, and I'm glad, as if I didn't understand I'd be likely to run mad, working where and as I do. After a moment he adds, likely you'll forget, at least forget some of it. After all, you never wore the uniform. Then he points out where your hair has singed at the temples and gives you an ointment to keep it in a drawer. So is that... Learn the postal secrets. Claim a respectable envelope from the dead letter selection. Offer let's try it. Dear Mama, sensible of the honor of your advances, regret that I cannot accept your proposal. Unable to leave the side of darling Mama while she still suffers her rheumatic complaint, considering her lifetime of sacrifice in raising her children, could not leave her now. Certain you will understand all my wishes for your future happiness. The writing is even tidy, untroubled. It did not grieve the writer to send. That is, assuming dear Mama did not compose this message herself. So we got some fragments out of it. And we could just buy more fuel if we wanted. In fact, I wanted... Yeah, just go heavy. Uddershroom? It's a thing. I need every favor I can get at this point. Oh, maybe I've explored every single island or dock in the Undersea, and so by doing Visage, that changed how favors are granted. So that may be a thing. Maybe, like, if you know exactly what all of them are, maybe you leave out late game, like this King Eater's castle, just never go there. Just so you can keep racking up the free ship repairs. Oh, is my hold full? No blooming ends try to come aboard. Oh, and I have a secret, or at least one secret. And I'd like to improve my mirrors with my one secret. This is a good opportunity to discover that. It's probably just empty though. Yep. Perfect. So I suppose I'll do the frog this time. Do all the frog-based adventure. And I'm ready for it. No glitch. Must do. That's the pirate poet. Alright, they've entered the good range. Yes, run. Ooh. A sneaky play. $500 echoes. A tidy sum. This isn't a heavy echo one, but we could gain more secrets under the face, which... Oh, create a port report, of course. Customs house. Go with the frog mask. Moonmoth lifts the mask and places it over your head. The eye holes are large and they are fitted with spectacles. These improve your view of the environment, though you must look bulb-eyed from the outside. There's also a mechanism attached to the mouthpiece which magnifies any sound you make, even your breathing. You start to thank the moonmoth and it comes out as a booming croak. May you profit from your visit in knowledge, says Moonmoth. Its wings fold neatly over its back. So I suppose we should start... Well, let's go to the flood court and see... Flood court with the water in there. Ask about the purpose. It doesn't really look as though it's good for anything. Depth per day. From the corner, Moonmoth picks up a graduated stick. He shows you how a person standing at the end of the room may dip the stick into the water and use it to measure the water level at a pre-selected point, and how the measurements are compared with measurements written on a calendar. If the water level does not match the calendrical position, an assembly of pipes and drains is used to adjust it. It used to be, says the moth, that the water rose and fell of its own accord, and the people before wrote down what height it reached. Now the water is still, but thanks to their actions we can replicate the rise and fall so as to still be pleased to the god of flood. It completes this explanation with a half-body bow toward the statue of the ram deity. Interesting. Spy on them. If you don't know what you're doing, try to steal the statue's jug. I can't do that as a frog. Compare the room to other bodies of water. Show enthusiasm for this wonderful indoor pool. Frogs like pools, right? Croak, you exclaim at how much you admire this room and its excellent pool. Your words are, as always, amplified into a croak. Other masks turn toward you. Crocodile, lotus blossom, crescent moon, but no one speaks. You have garnered a suitable degree of disdain. Moonmoth quietly applauds your performance of froghood. You've gained expertise in parts 3. Aware of visitor roles. Oh, I can trade masks early. End your performance and leave the island. So we can trade the Moonmoth early. Aware of the moth role. Oh, the Temple of Apis. I have not visited the side of the face. All of the visits go up there sooner or later. The stone cheek is visited as a pilgrimage, and if you're in good favor, you too may go. At the proper time, you must of course wait until your work with the day's core of frogs and locusts is complete. Up on the hillside, the buildings become scarier and vanish entirely, leaving you looking at the bottom of a great chin. Study the ancient marks. Offer instruction to a frog that found its way up here. Push a visiting bat off the stone chin. A visitor wearing all black and keeps reaching up to scratch under his bat mask. Deface the stone with new markings. This will get you kicked off the island in all likelihood. Silently observe the attitude of the visiting lion. It is paying obstinance to the face. Look for the doorway into the ear. It must be around here. Let's push a visiting bat off the stone chin. You approach the bat. It takes a step sideways away from the cliff edge and cocks its head at you. Hey there, it says. You're not me executioner. Perhaps it's not your role then. Okay. Where of the moth roll? So I have to be a certain thing? Is it the side of the face again? So I can't push him off. The lion. Service and worship. You contemplate the lion for some time. There is an arithmetic sequence to the count of bows that it performs at each feature. The eyes, the nose, each lip. It is hard to know whether the lion is meant to be her worshipper or her lover. Perhaps the two functions are not very distinct. When at last the lion bows are complete, it passes you with a slight snap of its mass jaws. It was rude of you to stand there watching. The moth watches visitors. It does not watch citizens. To do so has violated the strictures of both your roles. But we did go up. Is there more to do on the side of the face? Deface, no. Meditate on the meaning of the face. Forms of inspiration. Flourishing in eternity. The citizens give many meanings to the face. Perpetual beauty, stasis, the idea of looking upward into an unyielding darkness. But most of all, they speak of the idea of someone above looking down. The face is not convenient to view from down here. It would look its best from a perspective of the ceiling of the undersea, beyond reach. Aware of the higher rolls and an intriguing snippet. End your performance and leave the island. Oh, so I didn't succeed. Lost terror, though. Didn't get into the secret society stuff. But we got the Isle of Cats right below us. A little more. Port Cavendish. Rose Garden can't be done. Oh, I don't have anything waiting for me in port. So that's just bad timing. And then 12. Go straight to Estival. Parchas. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip Varchas, just go straight to Estival. Through another fog bank. No! Yes, if it would just collapse as I'm going through. Actually, I could do and go around, actually. Oh, that totally just spawned on top of me. But if he's, you know, if it's not an elder. Oh, it's an elder. Full reverse. Full reverse. We're in it now. Yeah, this is kind of a sucky way to fight. This is fine. Oh, shit, we have to do something clever here. Do a slight turn. Avoid that evil purple thing. He's running. Reverse. Down with ya. Oh, he'll take one more. Down with ya, angler crab. Into the deeps of the neath. I'm not gonna waste it on that. 6 supplies. Wow. And a sack. It had a relic in it. So many supplies. And we're about to probably gain more supplies. Wonderful. So we'll do our port report. And we're not gathering, we'll just do beach combing. Look for something that's nasty glob of goo. A mass which took out hunger. Nah, that kind of sucked. So only one choice here. If we have a better ship, we can stock up on the fuel and really explore. So let's head up north. Then I've done the Shellonite, so maybe I go Sea of Lilies, Con Shadow, or even direct. Actually, I can reverse in the direction I want to go. Full reverse. Very good. Flesh. Let's dig around in the innards. Glob of goo. Unpropulsing the mass. Oh, a tomb colonist. Cool. That makes me think. Do I want to try to get around to Venderbite in this run? So that means Palmerston is clearly the goal. But instead of looping down, I might want to go a northern loop. Oh, and I lost a crew at some point. I forgot about that. Oh my. The Tree of Ages. 900 is... That's... I'd want a ship upgrade, but that is very doable. Yes, we just need to go crazy with the veils. I only have one. Oh. Oh! Mushroom wine. You can compile a port report. Interesting. Little delivered trinkets. I think that's pretty much worthwhile. And is 5 enough for me's? I'm gonna get quite a few actually. Yeah, so we'll go for the Empire of Hands. Yeah, a lot more fog banks. Feels like this trip. Not good for sanity or terror. Terrore. Alright, I'm just gonna try to zoom by. Unless the Elder has special powers. Yeah, he's just a standard crab with a lot of health. And he's lost me. Does make me think I could take him on, though. The camp, is there anything that consults with her? Ah, my Capitana, we are so close. The delightful adventuress seems almost giddy with anticipation at having, as she will no doubt claim, almost single-handedly conquered the vault. Well, no matter, as long as your share of the reward makes it worthwhile. Okay, so I needed certain things ready to go. Okay, and I have them all. So let's do it. Open the Emperor's Tomb. The memory fades, but something remains. Only one who is worthy wise as the first emperor hoped his people could open this door. It seems like such a simple thing, now. It is slightly more complicated than simply pushing the door open, but only a little. One secret. Oh, you have a secret, but in exchange for those tales. The lost treasure has been found. Now for the easy bit. The burial chamber. The first emperor's bones lie in state, surrounded by souls in spheres of blue, green, and silver. The delightful adventuress applauds politely. Oh, very, very fine work, she declares, taking a moment to admire the architecture before turning her attention to the souls. Now, unless my eyes deceive me, there are not 100, not even close. Blasted legends and their exaggeration. This will complicate matters. Oh well. Barnabas, do be a dear and gather those up. Ah, and as for you, she adds, drawing a rapier that glistens at the end, kindly remain where you are. Uh-oh. Attack the delightful adventuress. Oh, I wish. You've done everything else, she asked, but I can take a wound. The lost treasure has been found. Now for the easy bit. Entirely unexpected betrayal will not stand. A blade with a sting. Delightful adventuress tuts. I would not, she warns. There is just a tiny but efficacious little drop of cantigaster venom on the tip, purchased at considerable expense for just this kind of eventuality. Oh, don't sulk, she adds. When I tell this story, your death will be glorious. Your crew especially will be most moved on our journey home. All the Neef will know of your great sacrifice, though I may change your name to something that rolls better off the tongue. Something with a little more pep. I'm sure you understand. The clay man finishes gathering the souls. This could be going better. A delightful scheme. Such simple things, aren't they? Says the delightful adventuress. Goodness only knows what the devils do with them, but opportunity is opportunity, is it not? My friends in the Iron Republic are quite happy to agree safe passage to and from their homeland in exchange for this legacy. They will have to be satisfied, I suppose. Her lips turn up a smug smile, and next time I bid the accursed Leonora Fortesque go to hell, well, I shall be able to recommend the bloody sights. A calculated risk. With a bag over her shoulder, she's going to be slower. You just have to avoid that poison sword. Do nothing. Form a plan later. The monkeys built this tomb by copying stories. The stories always have a way out. A calculated risk. And a loyal clayman, of course. You barely get close before Barnabas's arms close around yours. The delightful adventuress nods appreciatively. Well, that's that then, she says, backing out of the vault. Oh, except for one minor detail. Barnabas, I thank you for your loyalty and fine service. As a final courtesy, please do the honors and ensure our friend here remains buried. It is a fine resting place, Such a shame it be wasted on just one ape. The clayman lurches toward her as she produces one of your confiscated sticks of dynamite, lights it, and drops it on the corridor. Before either of you get close, it explodes in a cloud of dirt and rubble that seals the exit. Barnabas has no face. He does, however, most definitely have expressions. The one he wears now is chilling. Attempt to dig a way out. She won't get away with this. A helping hand. Barnabas immediately joins you in the excavation. Were he a regular clayman, he might likely be obeying his last order right now and ending your life for his mistress. Being unfinished, however, he is no mere golem. In her arrogance, the delightful adventuress appears to have forgotten that loyalty is a two-way street. Even with both of you digging, though, it will take far too long to clear the rubble. If the delightful adventuress gets back to your ship with the legacy, she will no doubt persuade the crew to leave without you. Damn that crew! The monkey foundling to the rescue. If any of your crew is going to save you, if you have nothing to dig with but your hands, even so, you're making progress. I suppose we had the monkey foundling. Let's use him. She slides down a rope into the vault. Captain, she salutes, hanging upside down by your face and grinning. The Empire of Hands used to be her playground, and she couldn't resist a last spin around some old haunts. When she heard the dynamite go off in the spooky old temple of the boring dead monkey, somehow she knew she'd find you close by. Helping, grins the monkey foundling, letting you climb her rope to safety. Barnabas remains behind, too heavy. He continues to dig his way out, rock by rock. We'll see him later. A delightful reunion. It appears the delightful adventuress is having problems of her own by the rowboats. A double betrayal. Whatever the once flea-ridden mayor of Port Stanton took from the delightful adventuress's soul evidently came with her loose grip on ethics. He suspected she would try to sneak away without giving him his cut. He was not wrong. Unfortunately for her, he has a small squad of monkeys at his disposal. Unfortunately for him, she has both her rapier and one last stick of dynamite for mutually assured unpleasantness. Well, says the delightful adventuress, seeing you approach, this is an irritating stalemate. We could team up with the delightful adventuress. With her poisoned rapier and your wits, you can take out these uppity apes easily. Propose a fair deal. Split the souls 3 ways, and everyone can be happy, or team up with the mayor. Even if you defeat him, there could be an army of his kind between you and your ship. Well, I think Barnabas is going to take care of her, so we just propose a fair deal. The delightful adventuress and mayor agree that you are suddenly the biggest threat here with your attempt to cut the uniting both against you. Before they can move, though, Barnabas emerges from the vault. The delightful adventuress's face lights up. Splendid, she declares. Barnabas, do please deal with this smelly animal, and also the monkey. The lost treasure... Okay, the triumph of the delightful adventuress. Barnabas's clay muscles seem to swell as he lumbers forward, silent but purposeful. An unfinished man of clay. Claymen are obedient. Claymen are loyal. Claymen are reliable. Unfinished claymen can be all of these things, too. They can, however, be them by choice rather than nature. They can also hold grudges extremely well. The delightful adventuress shrieks in fury as Barnabas effortlessly picks her up, dangling her upside down by one leg. The obscenities are muffled by her skirts falling over her mouth, but the gist is quite clear. Well then, says the mayor, carefully eyeing up the clay giant's spare arm, should we talk deals now, perhaps? Split it 3 ways. That didn't work last time. Donate it to the Zeppelin. This will completely fulfill its requirements for souls. The mayor keeps the remainder to do with as he chooses. You receive the payment from the Wildwood Court. You, the mayor, and Barnabas, though it seems unlikely the mayor will agree to a straight 3-way split. Yeah, I don't stand a chance, so we'll just donate the legacy to the Zeppelin. The mayor agrees. Of course he does. The boost to his courtly profile will be tremendous. The deal is struck. Also, we will take that one, adds the mayor, pointing to the adventuress. Trying to sneak away our emperor's legacy, tisk. Oh, do not worry. The punishment is not severe. We approve of the avarice. Still, he grins, we will teach her a little lesson. Yes, then banish in shame. A gift to you from the Empire. So, the Empire of Hands, the Zeppelin Souls quality is taken care of. 10 Wild World status. And, so that... Okay. The lost treasure has been found. Now for the easy bit. Punish the delightful adventuress. She deserves it, and she's not getting a ride home. Let Barnabas decide her fate. He is, after all, the one she betrayed the most. Refuse. You are not going to abandon anyone to the monkeys. Let Barnabas decide. He is, after all. Barnabas nods, ignoring the angry protest. He follows the monkeys into the woods toward their boat, still carrying a thrashing delightful adventuress. He will not allow her to come to any real harm, but appears to concur a little humility may be in order. But that is their business. Yours now lies elsewhere. Oh, shore leave? We could lose our souls in shore leave. An audience with the civilized mayor. See if anything different. You can sell your soul and acquire supplies. Port report, of course. The Zeppelin. How are things going at the Zeppelin? It needs way more fuel. That's 100. And supplies, of which I don't have the capability to do. And sailing the Empire to the court. Let's see what's going on in the court. The Silent Gallery granted permission. Report the Zeppelin's completion. No. A plan. Supplies for the Zeppelin. Supplies no more than 99. Particularly potent poison. Yeah, none of those are open to me. Trade with the court. Trading. Oh, the delightful adventuress. She stands fuming, her head and hands locked tight in a pillory near the center of the palace. She glares as you approach. Do not even think about it, darling. She spits. When I return to London, there should be a reckoning. My friends in the Admiralty will not stand for this. My mark. Oh, look. A monkey selling rotten vegetables. Buy a tomato. Heavy and squishy, in just the right stages of rot. Juices drip down your hand as you squeeze its soft skin. It's 10 echoes. Decline the... I think we'll try once or twice. A direct hit. The rotten tomato splatters in the delightful adventuress's face, dripping her hair and chin as she splutters incoherent rage. The monkeys cheer wildly. You've gained more status. Can I do it again? Buy a tomato. Direct hit. You've gained 5 status to 28. Oh, a complete miss. You failed. And you've lost, too. But I should, on average, win. Succeed. Up to 31. More status in the court. Whatever good that is doing me. Visitor in court. Oh, I've gained for... Oh. The Alchemy of Souls. The alchemist arranged a set of souls on a shelf. In fallen London, it is believed that Pentecost apes thirst for any. For the savage unsouled, that is true. Once uplifted, however, their attention soon turned to finding the right souls, both individually and as a mix. There is no greater honor for an emperor than to be entombed with their souls reclaimed. It is a declaration that none other could hope to do as much with them. Of course, what they see as uplifting could be simple copying, nothing more. To suggest that here, however, is considered highest heresy, for it implies the emperor fit to rule on merely his own merits. Unthinkable. 25 fragments, gained more status. I just keep doing that? No, I can't. And I think we are good for here. Yeah, let's do a Sea of Lilies this time. I feel like I need some more, oh. Maybe not. Glorious Dreadnought. Let's not tangle with them. So, the Shell Knights it is. It's not... That's not a horrible diversion. Oh, I will take a shark. Particularly tormented, bound shark. I think he's gonna get at least one in on me. Unless he doesn't reach me. Which he didn't. He'll dive, maybe? 46. We'll just take the meat. Hunting trophy. Cool. We'll take that too for more supply. Man, we're just loaded with supplies. Just keep finding more constantly. But not fuel. Never fuel. Oh, we can buy fuel, eh? 4. I can make it to Con Shadow and it'll be cheaper, I believe. Yeah, fairly direct. Fine accuracy. Now, what do I want a monster hunter for? Have a one-eyed sculpture carve something into your hunting trophy. Well, I have 2, so I can trade 1. 4 watchful curio. Do those take up space? They do. Oh, if I go to Polythrime, I believe they become awakened ones. Oh, and I haven't been to Port Cecil, so I could go up and then come back at it. Yeah, so let's do Con. Go to the Con. All Con all the time. Oh, I didn't buy anything there. Well, I can use my merchant access in this second one. Though I only need a few, just to get me to Mount Palmerston. Crew, eh? Let's enable that. It's kind of risky. That's kind of risky. That's super risky. I do have a diplomatic agent, though. But I feel like I should be getting my veils higher before I mess around with that. Do I have one to spend on veils? I do. Let's up 1 on veils. What kind of odds are they going to give me? Establish a spy. 60. That's not. I mean, it's just that the negatives are so high. Success. Your agent sends a message via Bat Courier. They have found lodgings, contacts, possibilities. Very nice. And an informant, and it didn't raise suspicion. I mean, this means that everything... Oh, what's this? Find out what your spy needs. This will improve your networks here. Okay, let's see. Diplomatic agent. Oh, that's a 100% chance. That's cool. A blessing, eh? But this is a 100% chance with my veils. There's no reason not to do that. So make sure the Nephrite quarter is ready to go. And then we just need maybe like that much. That's more than I need. And like Port Carnelian, we're just gonna not attempt anything too crazy until we have the spies in place. nothing to do. I can cruise past the clan palaces. That just seems like a bad idea. So nothing has been gained here. I mean, if I'm influence peddling, I could just, you know, just hold some extra coffee and stuff just to smooth things over. I think, is it Drowning Pearls the other one wants? I forget. Yeah, I'll sacrifice my freebies here. So I'll have it guaranteed for Palmerston's. Get to visit the Deviless. No, not worth my time. Restless Nights? I don't have the pages. I'm so sorry. Oh, and actually... oh, do I not have... I don't. Let's go ahead and fight this guy real quick. To fuel. Cool. So we're gonna need something awaits me in port. Yeah, if we're gonna circle, we'll circle here. There we go. Not bugged. Yes, so now I have access to the crater, which we'll look into in the next episode, so catch y'all then.